Join me as we talk all things true crime.
Made contact and shattered.
The missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and the mother has went for a wall, came home, now they can't find her.
Chad, where are Lori's kids? They've been missing for 4 months. You have nothing to say?
4 were stabbed multiple times and were likely asleep during the attack. Some had defensive wounds.
Most of them had just like one that was the lethal stab wound.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave. Once I told a lie, and I told my family, I had to keep lying.
What's your, is it deemed?
We haven't cleared anybody.
Hey everybody, let me know if you can hear me. Hi Pointer Lover, Jen, good to see you. Paul's here. We've got some stuff to get into. Yes, Sleepless Sleuth, thank you for the warning. Let's start actually right there. They said, happy Friday. Amber, this little gypster gremlin, is on a copyright strike frenzy, and she's been striking channels that are clearly following fair use rules. Be careful. So let's start there because there's a lot to get into, all surrounding Gypsyrose and her shenanigans. Now, something that we've kind of been looking at in regards to the Lauren Matthias situation and her trying to press legal action against somebody on the internet who was criticizing her. Criticizing somebody and somebody saying things on the internet that you don't agree with is not stalking. It's not harassment if it's not like a physical threat towards you. So I know that people will try to do copyright strikes to silence people. People will go to courts and try to get a temporary TPO on people to silence them and all that. But, you know, it's like, she can try and copyright. First off, I'm not even going to play any of her stuff, so I don't know what she would be copywriting. Does anyone know exactly what Into the Weeds got copyrighted for? Is it from playing her stuff from her channel? It says, against our recent live stream replay, we had taken the appropriate action and submitted an appeal. And I'm just looking at the comment section, but didn't Ken say they wanted all the info to come out? They weren't worried about it. How are they copyright striking the evidence files? That is public consumption. That's public record. She actually thinks trademarking her name will give her control over free speech and fair use. Delusional, right? Oh, you can copyright your name, but by us saying Gypsyrose, like, you can't strike us for that. I don't think she understands the copyright process. And luckily, the way that YouTube has it set up, like, it goes to courts and the courts pretty much look at your case and they will just dismiss it if it doesn't, you know, align with the appropriate measures for it. And hello, Roxanne. Johnny's here. Coffee and Skeletons. Allie's here. So glad you guys are here. Marshall Dove. So the ward case studies, Jen Lou wasn't feeling well. She was going to join me tonight, but we just hope she gets better. And yeah, she's just going to rest. So it's just me tonight. But let me just see also, there was something else I wanted to share in regards to this copyright stuff. I mean, there's nothing that they can do. This is, yeah, look at this. This isn't how copyright works, Gypsy. 57 likes, 58 likes. Let's switch up my screen. For those who don't know the initial comments and statements made by Ken, here they are. Let's not forget.
and her baby daddy Ken have responded to the newly released evidence videos coming out. Gypsy posted this on her stories, which appears to be an AI generated statement where she writes, "I'm not proud of those videos. They were recorded during a period of extreme trauma and coercive control and emotional dependency. People in these dynamics often say and do things that don't reflect who they truly are. I'm not the same person today. I've received treatment, therapy, and have done years of healing work. If you or someone you love is in a controlling or abusive relationship, help is available. You deserve safety and support." And she shares the domestic violence hotline number. I say that this appears to be AI generated because it looks like Gypsy forgot to remove the quotations at the end of support. Let's see what Ken had to say.
Think about the new FOIAs and the videos coming out.
Well, I hope they all come out soon.
You're hopeful for them to come out?
Yeah, I want all of them.
Gypsy's not worried?
No, not at all. I think it's important for everyone to see everything.
So there you have it. Ken wants all the videos to come out. Now, again, the videos are being released by Into the Weeds podcast on YT if you'd like to see them. I will also be doing some recaps.
So what has changed, Ken? You went from saying at first that you wanted all the stuff to come out. Now you guys are striking channels. I don't understand. So the other thing too is Gypsy apparently has started a new TikTok. She gave her other TikTok to her best friend, Bree. And so, yeah, so that had like 9 million followers. So she has started a new one. Again, I don't know.
Good morning, everyone. Y'all can now follow me on this account at official gypsyrose. I'm sending my love and my hugs to y'all. Bye. Good morning, everyone. Y'all can now follow me on this account at.
And that's the thing. So is she going to copyright strike because of this? Like, you can't. Like, I'm adding my comments to it. I hate the haircut. Criticism. I'm educating everyone, which is also a part of fair use. You claim to be an author and a podcast host now. That's interesting.
To determine that was a lie.
Now, you can label yourself whatever you want, Gypsy, but it's not going to stop us from digging through the evidence files that have come out on various channels and TikToks. Everyone's going through them. And yeah, I mean, you're only adding more intrigue to the whole situation by trying to silence people. And if you have nothing to hide and if you have done nothing wrong, then why do that?
Best king cake in Cutoff, Louisiana.
Oh gosh. And so she's cut her hair for some reason. Don't know why. She's wearing wigs like she used to in these videos. Like, I don't know, honestly, how Ken sleeps peacefully at night. Like, I would be scared to death after all these videos are coming out. Like, who did you really have a child with? The other thing that I thought was absolutely hilarious this week is on Ken's official Instagram page, he was trolling a video of Gypsy. So this is, to me, I don't know. I really question his level of quote unquote love for her. Like, we've talked about this numerous times in our other live streams that we feel like he's just using her, that she's way more into the relationship than he is. And she came out a couple weeks ago with a promo for her new podcast, and she posted a reel on Instagram about it. And it looks like Ken has done a parody video and pretty much trolled Gypsy about it. So here it is. This is Ken's Instagram. You can see it at the top. And this originally was a video that Gypsy had made to kind of promote her new podcast and her new frame of mind and entering the new year, you know, very like Zen-like. That's what it was supposed to be. See, this is his Instagram page. Let's see it again. But isn't that hilarious? Obviously, it didn't have the comments that said me smelling my own farts under the covers. That's what Ken added. But I just think it's interesting. What an interesting dynamic that he kind of makes fun of her on his platform. What is the status with Kim? And that's the thing, is people have said that they broke up. From what everything I see, they're still together. I know, isn't that hilarious, Jen? So I don't know what that's all about, but he shared that this week. Okay, so that was another quote unquote update. Yeah, I know, how mature, right? They're raising a child together. I mean, I love a good joke, you know what I mean? And I love making fun of Gypsy too, but it's just interesting to see it coming from Ken. You know, like, did she laugh at it? Was she like, why did you do that? Like, I would just love to know. But obviously he's not afraid of her because he can poke fun at her. And I don't know. I just wonder their whole dynamic. I mean, these videos last week, we went through the one with Gypsy and her mother on a convention trip for like the eating situation. And that was interesting and good insight that we got from that video. So let's pull up the next video that we're going to go through. This one is going to be about her stolen baby clothes that she stole for their future child together. Her and Nick go to John. But before I actually play the video, the evidence video, I want to kind of look at what Gypsy stated under her testimony about the videos to Nick in reference to their future child together and stuff like that. So let's see what she had to say under oath during the testimony, and then look at the video that is related to this little part of her testimony. So it's only going to be a couple minutes. We've already gone through this in full. Thank you so much, Pointer Lover. Appreciate you so much. 42 months of membership and friendship, most of all. So thank you. Actually, friendship probably even longer, because I know that I started my channel and all that, and I had already known a lot of you guys through CDT. So I don't know. I just appreciate you. Great way to start things out for a new baby, stolen clothes. And whatever happened to these clothes? You know, obviously they were never used. And I wonder if she bought similar clothes for her baby that she has now that she did when she was staging this whole. Now, I think this is just a part of her manipulation with Nick, you know, like planning a future together that she never really intended to have with him, I think. But yeah, let's see what she had to say about the children that she planned for with Nick under testimony at his trial.
In the spring of 2016.
I loved him.
Was there a point in this relationship that you considered yourself, that is you and Nick, to be more than just boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yes.
When was that?
We had plans to marry.
Any other plans for your future at that point?
We planned to have kids. Yes.
Did you do anything to prepare for having children with Nick?
Yes.
What did you do?
I stole baby clothes and things for a child.
And how would you steal baby clothes?
I was in the wheelchair, so I would steal them from Walmart.
And where would your
And the other thing that it kind of adds to this whole thing that we talked about last time is, you know, Dee Dee's presence and the way that she's spun Dee Dee being so controlling and overbearing and watching her every move, but she was able to steal easily. You know what I mean? If you're afraid of your parent, why are you risking breaking the law? Like, she could have easily got caught, and then like her mom would have found out and been like, WTF, why are you stealing baby clothes? Like, this whole thing doesn't match up with her being in fear of her mother and stuff like that.
mother you did this?
She would have been in a different aisle or a different section of the store.
And was she aware of any of this?
No, sir.
It just doesn't make any sense for your overbearing parent who allegedly abused you, who tied you to the bed, and you're risking buying or stealing baby clothes with Dee Dee right there. You know, it just kind of goes along with this whole, like, you were never afraid of her.
At some point, you decided to kill your mother. Is that correct?
Yes.
When was that?
Thoughts of it started a year prior to the murder actually happening.
Whose idea was it to kill your mother?
Mine.
Why did you want to kill your mother?
Because I wanted to be free of her hold on me.
She wanted to be free of her hold on her. It just doesn't make sense. Like, you're going to the extents and risks of planning the murder. You know, it's just, if you're in fear of your guardian, you're not going to risk breaking the law, stealing baby clothes with them right there with you. Because that would mean you could get in trouble with the law. And then that would mean hell for you when you got home. So let's see what this video is about. It is titled Gypsy Stolen Baby Clothes for Future Child.
Hey baby, okay, so this is my yard. I'm gonna kind of show you a little bit of the options we have. Okay, so all of this, I'm videotaping with my phone right now. All of this is my yard, and as you can see, there is a greenhouse over there. That's a good spot over there too, like in the back of there. And over there is like a picnic kind of table area. Let me come around here. 1 second. Yeah, so all our yard. This right here is just our ramp. And so I'm gonna come and kind of show you a little bit of where everything is. And over here, I don't know.
And you can hear her wheelchair, her electric wheelchair going. So this must be before she told him that she could actually walk, unless she is continuing the facade in case neighbors see. That's how complicated this whole situation is. She's got to keep the act on for others.
You can see that picnic table from very far away, but you see all of this, all of that, that's my house right there. All of this is the yard, and you can kind of see the back of these trailers are kind of a good spot too, because at night it gets really, really dark. And there is that picnic table over there, as you can see. And over there is a pretty good spot. So yeah, this is kind of like the options that we have. You know, at night, this right here, right over here, behind here. Oh, that's the perfect spot right there. Yeah. Yeah, like by the greenhouse. Perfect. Okay, these are the spots. Okay, I love, adore, and worship you, darling. Talk to you later. Bye.
So is she like picking the spots for them to hang out at? Hi, Diva girl. Her voice makes my ears bleed. I know, literally, it's.
Oh, bitch. Oh my God.
That's what it's like. Every time she talks. So,
my sweet love, I just want to show you all the stuff I got for the baby. So I will start off with essentials, of course, probably diapers for newborns, shoes that would take some time to grow into, a little book. These are called noo-noos where I come from, but I guess other places they're called pacifiers. So I've got some really cute girl ones and some cute boy ones too. Cute girl shoes. I like these. These are really pretty. And cute little boy shoes.
and the thing about these baby planning videos, we all know that this is a enhanced stage of her getting into Nick Godejohn's head of these are the plans that I actually have for us. This is all to kind of get into his head for him to think that Gypsy really loved him. And he came out, with interviews after being in prison, basically saying like he really truly believed that she loved him. And I can see why. Like the level of manipulation to go to, like she never had any intention of having kids with him, I don't think. And if you guys think the same or otherwise, like let me know your thoughts as well. But I just think that this was her going to the lengths that she needed to get into his head and control and manipulate him.
They're blue. And these that are like crochet and they're white, they're really pretty. Okay, and this is a carrier that I strap on me to carry the baby around places. And this is the bin full of clothes. So, okay, on this side we have the girl, and this side we have the boy. Hats, tons and tons of hats, bibs, socks, beautiful clothes. And can you believe all of this Demona got for the baby? I didn't have to pay a dime for any of this. And this is like name brand good clothes. It's not.
And see that right there? This is all what Demona got for the baby. So she puts this criminal activity that she did, stealing, onto the personality Demona. That way, she's wiped her hands clean of it. She switches in and out of these personalities and these personas, but really, like, it's Gypsy. Demona is Gypsy, and everything else is just a mask.
Not like anything Walmart-ish or anything. This is like Ralph Lauren and Polo or certain kind of labels that you get from the mall. Like this one right here, this one was $36 and free. So thank you, Demona, for that. So yep, all of this is for the baby. So if we have a girl, she's gonna have lots of beautiful pink clothes. And if we have a little boy, we're gonna have he's gonna have a lot of cute clothes.
Now, what's interesting is, so last year when she was pregnant the same time I was. And I just I'm always forever grateful for the community that I have, that my mods put together like a baby shower for me, a virtual one, and wanted me to make a wish list. And I used everything that you guys purchased for me, and I'm eternally grateful. But at the same time, I was seeing Gypsy do her little grifting over on her TikTok and with her pregnancy, and people were just donating to her left and right, money, gifts for the baby. She was getting sponsorships from companies that were giving her stuff for the baby. And it just really makes me wonder, let's say these videos, because these all obviously came out within the last few months. The baby's already she just turned 1. She's a couple months younger than my son. It makes me wonder if these came out before her pregnancy, like if everybody saw all this stuff that she had stolen, the level of manipulation to kind of plan this baby and family with Nick, just to turn on him and plan everything for him and then just turn on him and blame it all on him. I wonder if she would have gotten as much help and as much assistance and sponsorships and all that from everybody if everyone had seen these videos first.
That I'm going to show you that if I ever had a child, like a little boy, I would want him to wear this, and I'd be one of those moms that make their little boy dress like a little gentleman. So look how cute this is. Isn't that adorable? So I got that. Mixing it all up. But
and like think about it too, the way that she's organized this. Clear containers. I mean, if you're afraid of your mother as badly as she claims, and it was so terrible that you had to kill her, How is she just like openly videotaping the stuff and having it in storage, like containers and stuff? Like, there's no hiding it, it seems. I mean, Dee Dee could have seen this stuff at any point. It just shows another level of the way that she lied and portrayed things like Dee Dee was always breathing down her neck. Doesn't seem so. You're able to have a whole collection of boy and girl clothing that you stole. Hey, Carolina. It's just, like she's not even afraid to have this outside of like a dark closet or underneath her bed. Like these are just clear bins, it looks like, in her room.
Yeah, so all of this has just been free, thank you to Demona. So she's helped a lot with that. So basically already, just needs a baby. So, and I got the money for that, and so yeah. So I'm all ready. That's why if your mom was probably freaking out because she's like, oh, she's probably gonna want her to pay child support and, all that stuff that usually other girls, they want their boyfriends to pay for the baby. But I don't need money from you because we can work our way around that with Demona helping. So that's why I'm like, I don't expect you to pay a dime, but, we'll keep that between us. Okay.
Also, a level of manipulation there. Don't worry about it. I don't expect you to pay a dime. So even when it comes to Nick might be feeling like, oh man, how am I going to provide for this family that she's planning for us? Oh, Gypsy's already told me not to worry, that I don't need to pay a dime. It's just everything that she's needs to check off as far as reeling him in, she's able to do.
Wait, I'm gonna end this video now. Okay, I love, adore, and worship you, my darling king.
And each phase is 2 months, so it's a 6-month.
I am curious though, the comments on this video, so hang on. So this was the one about the stolen. Oh, the comments are turned off. Darn. Hold on, let me switch up the screen because we are going to watch a few other ones, but I want to do them in the order that they're kind of been posted. So give me a second to kind of pull up the next one. There are ones of Nick that we've kind of skipped over, but I want to just do Gypsy's for now. Let me make sure Okay, so yeah, this one is also titled Gypsy Rose Blanchard Plans for a Baby. And these comments are also turned off.
Darling, just wanted to let you know I started my breast actives today. Yesterday. Sorry, I'm taking this in a second. So I've taken my first dose yesterday, and I put everything in here, so it's all labeled. But I've also put, so you see it, each of my medications are not medications, but vitamins I'm going to be taking are in here. So I've got some prenatal vitamins in here, which are these soft gels. I've got my breast actives in here, and I've also got these, I think 3 of these if I'm to help with infertile. And
Okay, so again, another example. Taking prenatals, sharing the vitamins that you're taking to help your body get ready for a baby that you're going to have with Nick. I mean, sending this video showing that you've taken the time to, separate these by the day and morning, noon, and evening. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Gypsy Rose stole Demona from the VC Andrews book called Ruby. She ruins everything. Oh my gosh. Oh, I never knew that. That's interesting. Yeah, good deal on the clothes. I know it's absolutely disgusting. we all knew that she manipulated Nick, but these videos give it a whole other level. Whole other level.
These are female reproductive vitamins, and they just help with getting pregnant. So, and then after that bottle runs out, basically I just want to get help getting pregnant. So taking the vitamins will help me get pregnant, and then after that, the prenatal vitamins are to help with the baby's growth and brain development. So
And she did the same thing when she got out of prison. She started like obsessing about getting pregnant and making sure she was fertile and taking her prenatals. And she talked about how the gummy prenatals tasted good in a TikTok live.
all natural, so I don't need to worry. It's not medication. It's just supplement vitamins that help simulate things I'm already making. It'll just help the baby and help things with my pregnancy. So I just want to keep you informed about what I'm doing and how I'm going to prepare. And I'm not going to start the prenatal vitamins yet, or the female reproductive vitamins yet. So I want to wait till it gets a little bit closer to the time that we plan on doing our plan. So yeah, so I got everything set up. Can't wait, darling. I'm really excited. So hopefully you tell your mom soon and your dad that you're coming to visit me again in June, early June. So they don't have to freak out. Talk to them. Please talk to them about if you can take the bus or not. Please let me know because this needs to be planned weeks in advance because I'm only fertile for like 6 days out of a month. So I really need to make
6 days. Interesting. Usually it's like 2 to 4, 2, 3. But regardless, like unreal. Absolutely unreal. This whole prep and tactic.
sure that your parents are cool with you taking the bus, that everything's all cool and everything's all ready. I'm going to be sending the envelope
Hi,
with
Adrian.
$400, and you have 100 at home, so that makes $500. Sorry, I'm not.
And again, another example, the pills, the prenatals, everything planned out and set up. What if her mom walked in? What if her mom found those vitamins and those pills? You know what I mean? Like these are all things that are like red flag, like when it comes to the whole theory that Dee Dee was so overbearing and never let her do anything, but she's able to plan like her vitamins for morning, noon, and evening and have them all separated. And like, it just does not make sense when it comes to the theory that the state and what Gypsy has told everybody about Dee Dee and her overbearingness and how it's been portrayed in movies related to this story. It's just, did she steal those vitamins as well? And she's sending him $400 to get him out here, like that's another example. So Dee Dee's so overbearing and controlling and all this stuff and kept you sick, etc., and abused you, but you're able to gather not only $400, but you're able to like send it out and not be worried about Dee Dee asking you to be accountable and, where did this money go? It also doesn't make any sense. Like, it seems like she had a lot of freedom that we're discovering through these videos. It also seems like she had a lot of financial freedom.
Hello. That makes $500. I'm not showing myself because I'm not all pretty. So my body saying but just please talk to your parents and see if they're all cool with you coming to see me. And don't tell them that we're gonna have sex or anything because I don't want them to worry. But just kind of make sure it's okay with them. Okay, darling. I'm gonna end this video now. I love, adore, and worship you, my wonderful, handsome hubby, and I cannot wait to see you. Just for kisses.
Exactly.
I'm trying.
Oh dear. Here we go with her lingerie. The one thing I can say is at least her lingerie is better than the brown bikini that Nicole Kessinger wore for Chris Watts. That's all I can say about this. But yeah, Carolina says exactly. How did she even get the prenatal vitamins? She was free to call for help at any time. She's next level evil, in my opinion. Exactly. It's so much more clear. Everything is better than NK. That's the truth. That is so true.
My opinion!
But yeah, I mean, it's just now she's going to show. Here's the other thing. So you're able to buy lingerie with a mother who chained you to the bed. Like, we've all been looking at the wigs and the costumes and all that too, you know what I mean? And asking the same questions. But not only are you able to buy this lingerie, but you're able to kind of model it and do videos of you dancing in it for him. And now you're going to lay it out and show him, like, and this is all getting sent to somebody who's very easily impressed. Like, he's a young, impressionable man, Nick. And everything that they talk about is tied to sex. Even if they're talking about the baby clothes, like, obviously we all know where the babies come from, like this is all her way of being able to control him. And she was doing this for 2 years leading up to the murders. 2 years. So 2 years of teasing him, 2 years of manipulation, 2 years of promising a family with him. It's just, like I said, we always knew that she was manipulating him, but seeing these videos, it's just like, holy cow. Like, and just imagine him getting these videos and the excitement he's feeling, and, oh, she's sending me money so I can come and see her. Like, he didn't have to worry about anything, when really he had to worry about everything all at the same time. She is her mother's daughter. And what little images that she has shared of the baby, she looks like Dee Dee. And everyone is saying that. That's what's so ironic about everything. The baby looks like Dee Dee. From the little images that she has shared, everyone says the same thing. And Gypsy is somebody who, if you have a son, you're scared to death of, like, him meeting somebody like Gypsy.
Find the right kind of panties for whenever we see each other again. And I know you said pink and black, and this is what I found at the store. Man, my waist is huge, or my ass is really big. But I found this one. It has pink with white stripes, but the back I thought was very cool because the back is just, and the front is silk, but the back is lace and it's see-through. See? So I thought that's what attracted me to this kind, and I wanted to know what you thought of it. For June, I know that. Oh yeah, it's a large. I'm not in a large. I got it too big. That's why I'm like, it's really big. But I got a big ass, so it's okay. But yeah, I was wondering if this one would be good, or if you wanted a different kind for me to wear. So just let me know if this one's okay or not.
Okay, let's see what the next one is. And very similarly to Nicole Kessinger, Gypsy also, I think, was very aware of, I'll let him think that he's in control.
I'm nice.
When really, who do you think is the mastermind between this crime? Gypsy or Nick? And who do you think was the mastermind, for those who have studied the Watts case deeply? I mean, a lot of people think that Nicole Kessinger was also the mastermind. And now, we talked about very often the honeypot theory and what the honeypot theory is. And this is in reference to the Watts case with the mistress, but I also think that it's very much this theme is relevant in the Gypsy Rose case too. So it's like an espionage or intelligence operation, but it's a trap or a deceptive operation designed to attract and capture spies or enemies. Now, obviously, this isn't a CIA operation, but it's the same kind of ploy. You know, reel them in, manipulate them, taunt them with sex, tease them, promise them with sex, and then once they're in your grasp, you're able to get them to do what you want. Yeah, what those women with the terrible vocal fry. What is with the voices? They both had, we've heard Gypsy in one of these videos do a creepy giggle, and we've also heard obviously Nicole Kessinger do a creepy giggle. It's like,
Oh, bitch. Oh my God.
every time they talk. So this one is called Gypsy Answers Nick Pink Dress. I don't know if the comments are on this one. Hold on, let's see. The fact that he's in jail and she's out in the world is injustice. This is so painful to watch. If I were her, I would move, change my name, and hide, which is why I think that she's publicly come out and been like, I'm turning to God. What more can she do after all this gets played in front of the world? It's so horrible. Her whole, I didn't have unrestricted access to anything and I was constantly monitored, but she's creating, editing, and storing videos. Where? Bullshit. And that was also a thing that kind of came out in one of the movies too that I thought didn't make any sense. It was like a representation of Dee Dee finding out that she was like talking to men on the internet and that she got rid of her laptop, and then Gypsy just went out and bought a new one. It's like, how could that have even happened? How are you able to hide a whole laptop? You know, and it's that also didn't ever make any sense. But I kind of was like, whatever, you know, didn't think much of it. And then as time goes on and as we look more into things, it's like, wait a minute, yeah, like everything that she's doing doesn't account for this whole story of like, I was being abused. I was lucky if she would let me eat sometimes if she was mad at me. So it says playing, and pretending to be a child, even though she's an adult, 23 years old. I keep saying this, A24 needs to make a horror film. Her voice is like nails on a chalkboard. Oh my God, how does anyone live with her full time? Oh, that's right. Ken is never home. She's 23 years old in these videos. Playing these videos continuously is brilliant. Let's see what this one is about. Haven't watched this one yet. Here we go.
Hi, my love. I just finished watching all the videos you sent me, and I adore and worship all of them. I can't believe how much you put into making them for me. I really appreciate them. They're wonderful. And I just finished watching the last one. And I think it's kind of funny because I was up late that night as well, working on things for you. Well, Demona was working on one thing, and I was working on editing a video for you that I can't give to you, but not yet, but a bit later on, like on your birthday, give it to you. So.
And that's the thing too, for anyone who's ever edited videos, like these things take time. Like you can't just put together a video and send it off. Like she's taking time to edit this stuff for Nick, which adds, like we said in the comments, how is she able to not only film these, dress up, you know, all this stuff, set up her displays of showing the baby clothes, everything. It's like, where is Dee Dee? Where is this, you know, mother who was so overbearing on you that you had to plan to kill her?
I was working on that and she was working on that. And the funniest thing is, you were working on those videos since me. So we're up at the same time doing stuff for each other. So I'll answer your first video and then I'll move on from there. Okay. For your first video, you said that since you're a Taurus, you're incredibly patient, which I know you have shown me extraordinary patience throughout our relationship. And I know that I've done things that has made you angry or hurt, and you've had this calmness about you. Not exactly calm, but patience with me. And I appreciate that so very much. And like, there are times that I don't do things right with like the good nights, and sometimes you might have to do it twice just so I can get it right. And so you're patient in a lot of ways, and I appreciate that a lot. And I'm learning how to be patient from you. So you're a very good teacher with that. So I'm learning to be patient through you, through your teaching. And secondly, you were very emotional in that video. And I have nights and days like that too. They aren't easy, and having this relationship where there's only so much we can do. There's not the physical connection yet. And I think that's what makes us cry, because I cry sometimes all night, and the tears, my pillow is soaked with tears, just because.
And again, just more manipulation, like, oh, that we're apart so much. And I cry myself to sleep, and I know it's really hard. Yeah, she's always had that lip licking annoying tick. I know. Was Dee Dee the real one held captive or locked in the shed? She is never there. Dee Dee is more absent than my mother. And that's saying a lot. Like, the freedom that Gypsy had, it looks like she had way more freedom than I did. Like, Dee Dee is never there, it seems. Even when they went on vacation, and we looked at that in the last video last week. Like, where is Dee Dee? Yeah, I know how. Listen, he didn't want to be a part of her life. I think it comes down to him just being a deadbeat. I think that's what it was. He had her when he was 18. Not that excuses it, because other guys have stepped up, but yeah, Dee Dee was sick. Like, she was physically and literally sick. Like, she had health problems, diabetes. She'd recovered from cancer. She had a hysterectomy. There was issues.
I miss you so much, and I want to hold you and love you and have you right next to me. But that has to wait for a little while. And so right now we're just trying to do the best we can. What we can do right now. But I feel that same exact way too. And when that happens, what do? I look at the videos you send me. I look at the pictures that you send me. I read old posts. I do whatever I can to have you as close to me as I can. And that's kind of what you were doing, looking at old videos of me through good times and bad. And so I want you to know that I feel the same way about that. And you said that some people, or they say that you fall in love with the same person over and over again. And I completely get that, because for as long as I can remember, I've been falling in love with you over and over again. But it's kind of like yours and kind of like that at the same time, because it's like I fell in love with you once, and then you might do something like send me a poem or a very romantic video that makes me fall deeper in love with you, but it feels like the first time, like I'm falling in love all over again. It's that same rush, that same high, that same cloud nine feeling. So that's kind of what I'm saying about over and over again, is because it feels like the first time every time. And I think it makes me feel more happy and just fall deeper in love with you every time and every day and every minute. I fall in love more and more and more and get deeper and deeper, and much like you for me. And Okay, the other topic was about my chest size. I agree with you about that. I was kind of, let me make sure this doesn't go off. Okay. I was a bit worried about like having implants because so much can go wrong. You hear about these stories about botched breast.
Okay, so they're talking about getting breast implants. Yeah, manipulation at its finest. I know. The love bombing. She's an expert. Yes, he did pay child support. I just feel like he just did the bare minimum. And he openly admits it. Like, he has come out and said, I was an absent father. I wish I wasn't. If I could do things differently, I would have. Maybe it would have changed things. Like, so he has acknowledged the faults. Everything in this case, I've said before, is just the perfect storm. And I think that even Rod's role and lack of role as a father is part of that perfect storm. Right, with whose money for these implants? I'm looking at some files too in regards to this case. Very interesting. One of these is a supplemental report in the discovery files. Maybe I'll read through it after these videos. Hang on.
Surgeries, and they like go on like the talk shows, and you see the before picture, and there's nothing wrong with them. They look pretty, and you look at them now and their bodies are botched and disfigured, and I don't want that to happen to me. So I completely agree with the whole vitamin thing and the push-up bra, because that bra works miracles. Oh my god, I'm surprised I never heard of this bra before. And so it definitely gets to the look that I want. As for my body, I am happy with it. I feel like my chest fits my body because I do have a petite body. So I feel like even though the shape of it might not be what you want, that could be improved. But the size of it might stay as it is. It's just the shape that needs to be changed just a little bit. But that can be done by vitamins to help me grow. And the push-up bra also helps with the shaping as well. So we decided against implants. So I agree. Now moving on to you. What you're saying about your penis size. I have no trouble with the size that it is. It's big enough to me, and I think that you're the perfect size. Of course, I would support you if you wanted to go an inch bigger, because if it makes you feel better, that's your choice. I wouldn't stop you from, having more self-confidence or whatever. I honestly do think that you would be able to please me with what you have now. I don't.
Yeah, we just don't. Oh. And when you read through the text messages between them, oh my gosh, it's bad. It's so bad. Hold on, let me see if I can see something. Hang on. Darling, can you please meet me online? We need to talk about our plan. Okay, honey. Then come back before I do it, because I always have to back up my words. Please, please don't do it, my love. Please, please. The texts are just as bad as these videos.
Satisfied with your confidence in it and your confidence in your performance. And maybe that stress and that nerves might go away after we have our first time, so you know that you can please me and that everything's perfect. But I think that sort of worry is going to stay there until you have proof, which is our first time, that you are good enough. And I just want you to know that you are perfect for me. God made you for me. And if I had,
Like, where does she come up with this stuff? God made you for me. Like, wow. Wow, 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 wow. And yeah, she's the thing too is about her being 23 in these videos. It's like it makes sense because of the way that she comes up with this stuff. Like a 13-year-old obviously wouldn't be able to, because they're just so over the top and so mature. But yeah, it's crazy. How exciting the first time on the men's bathroom stall at the movie theater. It's so gross. Desperation. She had to manipulate him. They had to do it somewhere. And yeah, apparently it was 6 inches. I don't know. Dr. Ruth, is she the sex doctor who used to do those late night shows?
if there was like a thingy where I had to pick everything out in my soulmate, I would choose your size of your package. I would choose that size. Your hair color, I would choose your hair color. I would choose everything about you is perfect. So stop worrying, my love. You're gorgeous. You're handsome. You're sexy. You're hot. You're everything that I would ever want.
Such a lie. Literally such a lie. And we know that she was juggling multiple dudes. Where did it go? Okay, yeah, so oh my gosh, the stuff that she would send him in text messages too. Hold on.
And I just want you to know that I love and adore you and worship you. And I know I'm using one too many ands again. Okay, let me try that again. I love, adore, and worship you. See, I got the grammar right this time. I let the other one slip.
Okay, so a text message says, as for the kissing, you know you can do that on my body, sweetie. The first movie I want to watch with you is 50 Shades of Grey. I also think we should start the soft, wet butt sex before the big time butt sex. See another similarity between her and Nicole Kessinger. Both of them using that type of sex. Right. Wet. That's what she says. That's what it says in the text message. Start with some soft, wet, insert that word, sex. Yeah, that's what she says. Those are just some of the text messages. Yeah.
Anyway, I saw that on your video. I'm like, oh, I have to correct that. Because I don't know anything about grammar. Or spelling for that matter. But anyway, sidetracked. Just know that I love, adore, and worship you so very much. And there's nothing I wouldn't do for you. And so I am perfectly content and happy in our relationship. And like you were saying, make sure it doesn't go off again. Like you were saying that you have to kind of keep me, the mindset I'm perfectly happy, I'm perfectly content, I'm perfectly confident in us and in me right now. But like you were saying, that has to be maintained. That has to be reassured every once in a while to keep me that way. And so what you're doing is perfect. Good job. And now about your second video. I thought it was adorable, and I worship it because I get to see that colorful side of you, and that colorful side is the side that I worship and adore so much because it's so adorable. And
So I'm going to read this article that's about their conversations to each other. This article is not new, but I think that it gives good insight into these videos and just their correspondence. So it says hundreds of text messages sent between Nick and Gypsy were read out loud and displayed on a TV screen for jurors. Mostly the text messages were about love, sex, and planning a life together in rural Wisconsin. But as June 10th, 2015 approached, the texting turned into knives and duct tape. That's the day Go to John allegedly stabbed Gypsy's mother, Claudine Dee Dee Blanchard, to death in her Greene County home. Go to John is standing trial in the homicide this week, so this is obviously from 2018. The day before the killing, Go to John texted Gypsy that his evil side would need duct tape. Go to John and Gypsy offered and often referred to each other's sinister alter egos in the text. Go to John's was simply his evil side. Nick said his evil side enjoys killing. Nick asked Gypsy whether her mom was a light sleeper or if her bedroom floor squeaks. As some of the sexually explicit texts were displayed on the TV screen in the courtroom, a juror looked over at the defense table where Nick sat. Nick sat silently, squinting at the TV screen. The text messages were from May and June of 2015. In one message, Gypsy asked Go to John if he would give her her first orgasm and if he would finger her on the bus ride. You make my girly parts tingle, she texts him. They refer to each other as dear and hun and daddy and daughter. That is so messed up. That is so messed up. They discuss whether Gypsy should get pregnant and when they should get married. At one point, Go to John appears to reference self-harm, though it's unclear how serious he is. Nick and Gypsy would sometimes text each other using different personas that appeared to have their own personalities. I'm about to put the blade on my wrist and let it bleed, he texted her. About a week before Dee Dee was killed, they had a fight, sending a flurry of text messages to each other before forgiving each other. Tuesday's testimony began with several law enforcement officers taking the stand. First up were two detectives from Wisconsin. It's so funny, too, because Chris is held in Wisconsin prison, too. Not to bring in the Watts case into all this, but when we're talking about creepy giggles, I can't help but think of Gypsy and Nicole Kessinger. It's also where he and Gypsy Blanchard were arrested. The Wisconsin detectives testified about a search they conducted on Nick's home after the arrest. The deputies say they found cell phones, computer equipment, bloody clothing, and a bag of cash in an envelope that appeared to have been mailed from Springfield to Wisconsin. Inside the envelope, authorities say they found a bloody glove and a curved knife with a fixed handle and 6-inch blade. And don't forget where this blade came from. Gypsy stole it. That's not in the article. I'm just adding that. Prosecutors say Nick used that knife to kill Claudine before sending it back to himself through the mail. Now, I believe Gypsy aided in the stabbing and the sending of this knife. But, you know. So it says prosecutors showed that knife to the jury after calling Lieutenant Stan Hancock and Greene County Sheriff's Office detective who led the investigation. With Hancock on the stand, prosecutors also played surveillance video from the days after the homicide that showed Nick and Gypsy at Days Inn Hotel in North Springfield and then later buying tickets and boarding a Greyhound bus in Wisconsin. Prosecutors emphasized it was Nick who handled talking and exchanging with money with the clerks at the locations. Now, I think that's also done deliberately by Gypsy. Make sure Nick is seen on the cameras and, you know, that he's doing all this stuff. And she was able to hide and kind of stay low as far as video evidence. But yeah, that was just something I wanted to read to you guys while we watch this also. back to the video.
You made me want chocolate. and I think it's cute when you're hyper. I think you're cute when you're mad, but you're adorable when you're hyper. So hopefully I get to make you hyper a lot more. And I think your third video is the big video where you sing. And I thought that the song you sang was very beautiful. It's very moving, very touching. And I could see that you worked hard on it. I don't know how to do videos like that. So you got one up on me there, which I know this isn't a competition, but I'm just giving you your props because that seemed hard. So I really appreciate it. It touched me to my soul. It warmed my soul. It made me so happy and giddy. And the song was beautiful. And one day I want to give you a song, but I want to sing it, but I just have to pick the perfect one out, and I haven't picked that song out yet. But I am going to, in the future, give you a song that I will sing to you, because I do sing okay, I guess. And your fourth video was that you stayed up so late. And the pure dedication that you have is amazing. So thank you so much for having that dedication towards me. And I have the same dedication towards. Sorry, baby, my camera went off. So anyway, I had the same dedication towards you. So to end this video, I love, adore, and worship you, my amazing, handsome, sexy, King Charming. And good night, my lovely, lovely sweetheart hubby.
Creepy. Absolutely creepy. Who's going to have nightmares after these videos tonight? Definitely me. Okay, I don't know how much more we're going to go through tonight because... All right. I mean, the next one's only a couple minutes long. Gypsy needs comic books. Okay, hold on. We'll watch the next few because they're only a couple minutes. Okay, so like I said, this one's titled Gypsy Needs Comic Books. Oh, forgot to like it. Hang on. Give it a like. Again, thank you Into the Weeds podcast for letting us go through this. And I hope those copyright strike.
Okay, baby. So right now, it is me, Gypsy, and I can tell you why I'm not filming me right now. It's because I'm too embarrassed of what I'm wearing. It's I look like really, really, really silly right now. So
as opposed to looking really silly any other time, like in your wigs and your outfits for him. And now here's another example of her, you know, having the freedom and waiting in the car at any point. You know, she's in public right now. We might not be able to say this in other videos because she's in her house, but here she is in public. There are strangers walking around. There's somebody that she could flag and be like, help me, please. I'm being abused. My mother, she doesn't let me get out of this wheelchair. Like, please. She could leave. She could literally walk out of this car and run, you know? So again, it just doesn't align with the narrative that we've been told of this abusive, horrible mother that Dee Dee was.
we're on our way home, by the way, from Kansas City. We stopped at Barnes & Noble because I need my comic book. Because, yes, I do read comic books. I read the Star Wars and Star Trek comic books. So I needed my new comic. Anyway, yeah, I'm filming a dashboard. Anyway, it is me, Gypsy, speaking right now. And so I'll let Demona talk for a little while with me. Here she is. Hey, two sexies. Right now we're at Barnes & Noble, as Gypsy just said, and we're getting her comic book. And I'll show you a little bit, even though Gypsy doesn't want me to, and of what we're wearing right now. It's really embarrassing. It's like putting a pink bow on a Rottweiler. So, as you can see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, not cute, right? It's like very, very dorky. Anyway, we'll say this from the both of us. We love and adore you, our amazing sweethearts, and our amazing kings. We love and adore you both so much. So many kisses from both.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I had to pause it on this. Whoa.
So many kisses from both of us.
Okay, so this is only like 53 seconds. Good night, my king. Oh, God. And this is her editing.
Hey, baby, I'm making you your goodnight video. So I wanted to say that I love and adore you, and I hope you have a good night. And I'm sending you lots of my hugs and kisses and all kinds of good snuggle wishes. And I wish I could be there with you in your bed, snuggling, maybe doing a little something more. I love and adore you so much. Have a good night, darling.
Wow. Okay, hold on. I think there's like one more I'll watch. Yeah. This one's called Gypsy Videos Parts 1 to 3.
Hello, Master. I am making you this video, just as you requested, in a black bra and a kind of red corset and white underwear. And anyway, I'm making you this video to tell you that I love and adore you so much.
And again, another example of her, dressing up, having these dress up items all, out in the open. Like, where is Dee Dee? Where is this abusive mother that you've told us all about?
And that I will be everything that you want me to be, and that I will serve you and obey you. And sorry, I'm a little nervous. And I'll do anything that you tell me to, even if it's difficult. I know that I've made mistakes in the past. I know that I've been kind of a horrible girlfriend, and I feel horrible about that, but I want to be worthy for both of you. And what you said before about you being luggage, that's not true. I said that you were like Edward because what is Edward's Bella? You call me Bella because we're soulmates. And what are they? Soulmates. So if that didn't make sense to you, well, now that explains that. It's not that I was making fun of you because you're a vampire or anything. It's because of the whole soulmate thing. Anyway, I know the vampire way tells us that we have to do things roughly and be strict. I don't mind that. But I hope some part of you might warm up to me and you can adore me in time. Because I know that all four of us can live a very happy life together, and our descendants as well. So to you, I pledge my loyalty, my love, my devotion, and my everlasting enslavement to you. I will do anything you say, anytime you say. Now, I know you probably want to talk to Mona now, so I'll let you talk to her. So, I love and adore you, Master. Have a wonderful night. Here's to Mona now.
I don't know, guys. I think that's all we can kind of handle of Gypsy's voice tonight. We've gone over an hour. We've looked at quite a few videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos, and also a little bit of her testimony referencing what she's talking about in these videos, like planning a future with Nick and the baby, and blaming the stealing of the clothing on the Mona personality. It's all part of her manipulation, love bombing plan. This went on for years with Nick. If you want to watch these videos, of course, check out Into the Weeds podcast. They've gone through it on their live streams and just uploads. And we're doing this every Friday night. So Friday night is the Gypsy Rose deep dives into the videos. Saturday, tomorrow, is just kind of our hangout true crime night. We'll be going over some hidden true crime drama and hanging out, correcting the record on yet another case that they have come out and spoken on. And yeah, we're going to go through that tomorrow night. So join me tomorrow night for some Lauren Matthias hidden true crime exposing. Sunday is always our Watts deep dives, and we're trying to finish up Nicole Kessinger's FBI interview. I've got to do some more editing there to clean up that audio before we go live on Sunday for that. So I'll be working on that too. During the week, I've been trying to share video uploads. So videos are different than a live stream, obviously. And then I've been making shorts. So check out the shorts in the videos during the week when I'm unable to go live because of the kids. And then on the weekend, we'll continue the Gypsy Rose deep dives. Hopefully Jen Lou's feeling better. Either way, I need to reach out to Melissa Jade also because she's also very well versed in the Gypsy case. And I'd love for her to come on. I talked to her on, you know how sometimes you talk to certain friends on certain places, but Facebook, I don't know. I feel like I'm the only one that uses Facebook. Nobody like responds, but I need to get a hold of her and invite her. Of course, Jen Lou's invited, and Alex Erickson, you're always invited. Teresa Criminality, you guys are always invited to whatever stream. So, like I said, tomorrow night's Lauren Matthias. Sunday will be Watts. Join me if you guys want to. Let me know, guys. No, yeah, Criminality. You talk to me on Facebook, and so does Adrian and Roxanne. I just realized like some people like prefer like a text message, and I'm always like, I don't want to bother them. But either way, I need to get a hold of Melissa Jade and invite her. That'd be interesting because she's done a lot of stuff on Gypsy Rose too, but not when these videos came out. So I'm really curious on her stance there. Yay, Lauren, my favorite neighbor. Oh gosh. What time for the Watts? Usually it's 8 o'clock on Sundays. So 8 o'clock for Watts. Tomorrow night, I might do 8:30 for Lauren Matthias Hidden True Crime. And then we'll be back for a live stream on Gypsy next Friday. And yeah, during the week, like right now, the most viewed video and short and live stream I have right now is about the Ohio dentist, the Tepe murders. So that's been something that I've been trying to keep up with too and follow that. Yes, you do Facebook with me. You're right. So yeah, I'm following other cases. I might not be able to go live on them because I kind of like what live streams we've got going right now. The Gypsy videos, the Hangout Saturday nights with Lauren Matthias. Listen, if she don't act a fool and we won't have to come on and correct the record. I'm still going to do some more research on what I'm going to share tomorrow night too, because I want to make sure that I'm getting it accurate too. But yeah, very disappointed again in some of the reporting from that channel on a case. So we'll go through that. And yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Adrian, Roxanne, my mods, Johnny, Criminality. Thank you, Martina. I saw Missy was in here too. Some people I only see sometimes in my comment section, like on replays. So when I catch you guys in the live chat, I really appreciate it too. Did you guys like I have been following the Tepe case pretty close, but haven't covered it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of been like coming out. There was something else that I just shared in my Facebook group. Forgot what it was, but I knew it was new. But yeah, that's very interesting. Oh, it was something to do with their divorce with her ex-husband. Clerical error, like brought something back up to the surface or something. Let me see what the headline said. Clerical, if I could talk. Clerical error reopened in the Monique Tepe and Michael McKee's divorce case just months before slayings, documents reveal. So I don't know. That seems like an interesting update. Yeah, there's a lot of people following that case. There was an error made by the court, apparently. Apparently it was on Ashley Banfield's podcast too. So I haven't watched that. It reopened the case. I don't get that. So it reopened the divorce case? Didn't know that could happen. Thank you, Missy. Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know. I need to read that article, I guess, or watch the Ashley Banfield. A lot of people are following the Tepe murders. Oh, yeah, some of the best mods on YouTube. I agree. They also found a silencer on a gun. That would explain why the neighbors didn't hear anything, because you see how close the houses are together. Yes, I appreciate you being here. Even in my replay views and comments, you guys, I love seeing you guys in those comments too. Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah. And then also another thing that I noticed this week, which I texted or messaged you on Facebook about Criminality. Apparently Ryan Upchurch took down his deposition on his channel. So remember, he's in some defamation lawsuit with Kylie Rodney's family. Specifically, the father and the grandfather are suing him for defamation for stuff that he had stated and people associated to him had stated when the Kylie Rodney case was going on. So we went through his deposition that he put it out on his own channel. And I'm kind of been wrapped up in that case like years ago that I figured, let me follow this civil suit. And plus it's all about free speech. So I'm all like, what's going to happen? You know, how are the courts going to rule in this? I don't know what made me go to his channel, but I like went there and it was gone. Like he put his own deposition out there, and I guess like his lawyer or some of the courts like asked him to remove it or something, but it was still up. And then myself, I know Every Day with Jay and Melly all went through it on our channels, and now it's gone, but it's still on all of our channels of us like going through it. I don't know. It was still up the entire time we were watching. Yeah, it was up even after that, because I remember I went away for Christmas with family and it was still up. And then, yeah, like I said, I checked the other day for some reason and it was gone. So he removed the deposition. Don't know why. But yeah, it's still on my channel. Sorry, I don't know if I'm not supposed to have that or if it can hurt his case, but I don't know. Either way, appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 8:30. Come back here. We're going to discuss the Nick Reiner case. So Rob and Michelle Reiner's murders. So that's going to be a part of the whole hidden true crime discussion. Yeah, it is strange. It's strange because he had kept it up even though people were saying he was asked to take it down. And then just gone. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you all so much for being here. Hit the like button. Hype it if you can. This hype thing is actually pretty cool. It just pushes out channels into the algorithm, specifically small channels. So if you're a large YouTube channel, I don't even think you have the hype option for your viewers, but it's a cool way for you guys to kind of support us. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nilda. Yeah, hyping and liking. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye.